And I managed people for more than a decade, and if I'm being truly honest, I actually think for a good chunk of that, I was the actual problem. I thought being a good manager meant being involved in everything, every proposal that went out, every pricing exception, every slightly awkward customer conversation that would take place, or an email, every discount request. I genuinely believed that I was the one helping. I'd been in those conversations before. I'd seen where deals go wrong. So in my head, I was protecting the team. Looking back, all I was doing was really just slowing them down. The moment where it sort of clicked for me was when I realized people had stopped bringing me decisions and they had started bringing me questions. That's a massive difference, by the way. A decision sounds like, this is what I'm going to do. Let me know whether or not you disagree. A question, on the other hand, sounds like, what do you want me to do? One means someone owns the work. The other just means they've quietly handed it back to you. I specifically remember a rep sending me a proposal they had already rewritten and redrawn 3 times. Nothing was wrong with it. They didn't need my help. They just wanted me to tell them that it was okay to go ahead and send it out. It was one of those eureka moments for me. They weren't really asking because they lacked the ability. They were just asking because I had trained them not to move on without me. That was their habit, not mine. That was the environment that I had created. And I think that's where a lot of managers get it wrong. We tell ourselves that people are scared of making mistakes. It may very well be true, but I don't think that it is. I think people are scared of making a mistake and then being left to deal with it on their own. That's a completely different thing, by the way. If your team knows that you've got their back when something goes awry, sideways, they'll make decisions. If they think that you're going to blame them the first time something breaks, they'll stop making them altogether. And then a few months down the line, managers sit around asking why nobody's taking ownership anymore, why nobody shows initiative. Well, maybe because we have spent 6 months teaching them not to do that in the first place. Look, every company says the same exact thing. Our people are our biggest asset. My door is always open. We trust our team. Honestly, nobody cares about what you say. They're watching what happens the week something goes wrong. Do you take the work away or do you coach them through it? Do you defend them in a meeting they're not even in? Or do you quietly make them the reason behind everything or something failed? That's what people remember. Not the values page, not the website that you ended up creating with what the company values are, not the all hands meeting. So looking back, I don't think the biggest mistake I made as a manager was micromanaging. It was making good people feel like they needed my permission to do the job I'd hired them to do. If you want people to go to a proverbial battle with you, they need to know you'll go to the battle for them first. Because at the end of the day, people don't give you their best work because you're the smartest person in the room. They give you their best work because they trust you. And in my experience, trust has never been built by checking just one more email, one more demo, or trying to find out mistakes. It's built by standing next to your team when it actually costs you something.